Hi there, this is Kathy again. After a long time of absence, I thought about getting intimate with the decks that I owned. And so, what I wanted to do with you is we would spend a week with just one deck, and we will try the spreads that has been recommended by the author. So the first deck that we are playing with is the Healing Waters Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. You can see how well worn it is. I think this is the first deck that I really felt connected with, that I really intensely studied and took time with. So I wanted to start with this because for me, this is like root level of my Oracle card reading journey. Okay, so the first spread that I wanted for us to try is this one, the 3 card spread called Sitting at the Well. And it's a spread to support you in reflecting on each part of you, your mind, your body, and your soul. Think of it as self-care tool you can use to feel into any part of you that seems neglected, parched, or in need of your attention. So this is a wonderful spread to journal on. Do so by writing about the cards that you select in each position. So yes, it's 3 cards, and the prompts are card number 1, what your mind is yearning for. Card number 2, what your body is yearning for. And card number 3, what your soul is yearning for. So this is a great spread to journal. So if you want, go ahead, and while I am shuffling the cards, you can get pen and paper or your journal so you can take note of the downloads we get. So again, the first card, what your mind is yearning for. The second, what your body is yearning for. And the third, what your soul is yearning for. Just taking long, deep breaths as we begin to connect with our intuition, setting the intention to be led to a card that will best reflect our answers to those questions. So the first card, like it says here, we select a card that our mind is yearning for. Then let's select a card to represent what our body is yearning for. And then the third card will be what our soul is yearning for. Okay. So let's turn them over. And let's spend time with each card. Yeah? So the first card, again, what your mind is yearning for. It says here, En Kaul. Healer, seer, priestess, soul purpose. Oh, nice. What does it mean to you when it says what your mind is yearning for? This feels to me like this woman is awash in water, and water is always healing, right? So it feels like our mind needs quieting, our mind needs healing, our mind needs to focus on our purpose. What do you feel with this card when you look at it? What do you feel when you look at the image? If you look closely on the top of her head, it feels like they're not just droplets. It feels like code, right? It feels like there's codes there. It's as if she's receiving, no, she's receiving code from her intuition. What is our mind yearning for? To connect deeply with the voice within, to align with our truths. Okay. The next prompt is what your body is yearning for. What is our body yearning for? Ooh, look at this. It says here, into the unknown, underworld, depth, courage to face our fears. Look at that picture. It feels like she is willingly falling into what looks like an abyss, right? And when you say that, when I hear that, I feel like our body is yearning to simply surrender. No, it's simply surrender. What does it feel like? What would it feel like if we give up expectations? What our body must do, must accomplish, must look like. Yeah? What is our greatest fear around our body? Is it judgment? Is it the lack of health? Okay, let's look into the third card, and the prompt is what your soul is yearning for. What does our soul yearn for? The well maidens, kindness, respect, reverence, compassion. Look at that. What our soul is yearning for. And if you compare it also with the other cards, this card has 3 humans in it, right? The others only have 1, no? And so it feels like to me, in relation to the other cards, our soul is also yearning for community, no? To give and receive compassion, to see what it looks like when we give it, to see what it feels like when we receive it, as well as respect and kindness. Nice. And there you go. So this is our first reading as we go in depth with Rebecca Campbell's Healing Waters Oracle. I hope that gives you a refreshing time to pause and think about where you are in your mind, your body, and soul. We'll see you again soon.